know that isn't what I want. I know you might feel like I'm not here to stay, but I'm just trying to learn how to write a song.
Hello, welcome back to East Coast DNA. We have some returning guests today here at the apartment. WHYGO. We first got to know them back in February when they were releasing their first single, On the Line. And now they're here today to talk about the release of their debut EP and some upcoming tour dates. All right, welcome back, boys.
Thanks for having us.
Yeah.
So you were your single release went well, and I know for our show, that YouTube video that we did with you guys back in February was definitely number one for views there for a long time. I think it probably still is up there. Mm-hmm. So glad to have you back. It's good for us to get a couple more views there too. But sure. I did notice a lot of word of mouth around the county after that episode. A lot of people had mentioned it to me and talked about you guys. So I've been hearing a lot of buzz. So it's really exciting to have you back. And now you're releasing your EP.
Yeah.
And you just played a show just a couple days ago out in Amherst, I believe, as well. Yeah. So maybe get some new fans coming from that direction as well. That's kind of cool.
Couple, proper rock show, that's for sure.
A little closer to New Brunswick too, so you might get some people jumping over the border for a show like that too. So.
Well, I'm actually from Amherst originally.
Okay, cool.
So it was nice to finally get out there and stuff.
A lot of old friends showing up for the show and stuff.
Yeah. People showed up, and it was just nice to. I mean, music wasn't really something that I was I was into it heavily, but I wasn't like playing in bands and stuff back there. So it was kind of nice to bring what I'm doing now back home, you know? So yeah, it was awesome. And
so this weekend coming, we're recording the day before this will be out, but it's still a couple days away for the show here in Glasgow. Mm-hmm. So that's advance access to the EP. Is that what's going on there?
Of sorts, yeah.
It's an EP release party. Is it available for streaming this weekend then?
No.
So what's the actual release date for the streaming for people that are watching this and not in Glasgow? It's
not 100% set, but we're looking at like pretty much exactly a month after.
Okay.
After this weekend. So late June. And
so for the physical release for people that are keeners and get out there to see it this weekend, what are we looking at for physical release? Is it a CD?
CDs, this time.
Awesome. Mm-hmm. So you'll have those at your show, and you have a few more exciting shows booked over the next few months as well.
It's
so you guys have how long is the EP? How many songs?
5
songs.
Yeah.
So I do know that you guys have a pretty good set list going now too. Like you're ready to get out there and play as many gigs as you can possibly get.
That's exactly what it is,
And you get a couple big festivals lined up there as well. So maybe you guys would do best to tell everyone. There's links down in the bottom to buy tickets, and there's notes for the dates that have been announced for anyone. So you don't have to get your pencils out. You can keep watching while you listen. But maybe if you want to give a little rundown what you guys have coming up.
All right. Well, this weekend, May 27th, we have the release show for the physical copies, which is going to be awesome at Shoebox. It's always a fun time. And then what's
Gus's Pub, June 8th at Gus's Pub in Halifax. We're playing with Under the Bus, I think.
Yeah.
Under the Bus, yeah.
A couple more bands on the bill,
mixed bill.
But I don't remember.
I don't know how many is playing either. It could be like 4 of us.
Yeah.
Anyway, that's going to be fun.
Yeah, and that's our first time playing in the city, so that'll be awesome. We're really excited to get up there and do that. And then, what's after that? June.
July.
Lobster Carnival?
June.
We have a date in June.
We're doing another little show in the end of June somewhere.
It's not confirmed yet. I think it's not. We're on the bill, but they haven't released it yet.
Sure.
I don't know if we should, but we will be playing near the end of June. Then the EP will be out for streaming probably the week that we're playing.
Cool.
And then Lobster Carnival, what's that, July 8th?
July 8th.
Yeah, July 8th.
Saturday.
Yeah.
Of the weekend.
Yeah, the Big Sugar Night.
Yeah, hoping for good weather. That looks like a really good lineup all weekend. There's a few good bands coming in.
Yeah, we're really excited. Been going to the Lobster Carnival our whole lives and stuff. So to actually go and play main stage and stuff is really awesome. And then I think after that it's Giantstock, isn't it?
Yeah.
That's another good lineup.
Yeah. Which hopefully, is super exciting. Yeah,
wishing Andre and the boys best of luck with that festival, because I'd like to see it be a recurring thing and actually.
100%. Yeah. And knowing them, they do everything, tier. So I'm sure it'll be a great success and a really, really fun weekend. So. And
I imagine, have you been on Andre's podcast yet?
Not yet.
Yeah, so I say yet because I know that you're going
to
absolutely be at some point.
If he sees this.
Yeah. When I'll tell him how many views I'm getting and get him jealous.
Exactly.
Hunt you down.
There you go. Yeah, no, that'd be great.
And so I did notice on your YouTube channel, which if people go down in the description, there's a little link to that as well. You guys had an acoustic recording of your On the Line single as well.
Yeah.
So did you have any plans to release like an official music video for the first single or any of the other tracks off this EP?
I don't know if there's been so much thought about video yet, really. We're really just mostly focusing on the writing aspect, I suppose.
You guys do have a lot of content creation going into, like I know you on like TikTok and stuff like that. You had a lot of videos that were floating around the different social media channels too. So I guess maybe nowadays that might be a kind of a parallel thing. I don't know which one actually gets more exposure.
The focus, I guess.
Yeah.
But I think we
will obviously someday. I think we'll look at music video for one of those songs.
Yeah.
Just hard to say which one right now would be.
Yeah. I don't think it'll be On the Line, probably. I think maybe we'll look at one of the ones that's on the EP, but not for EP release. It might come out, like we might look into doing it later on. Like I know that we had some content shot that we talked about maybe being used somewhat for a music video, but no solid plans right now, but we'd love to do it, obviously.
And now I know that you were working on this album for a while, because we'd been talking previously and obviously with the interview back in February. But I'm curious, I know that the last time we talked for an episode, you were talking a lot about kind of the inspiration of being in the studio, kind of changing a little bit of the way that you build your songs. Do you have new content that you've been working on since you recorded those songs? Like, are you already starting to develop new songs to add to the set list?
For sure.
Every day.
Yeah. So I imagine that this is probably just a big first step, but probably as far as if the promotions keep going the way they have been, probably you're looking at music videos towards maybe a debut album.
Well, so that's what we're writing for now.
Awesome.
It's funny because you kind of do all the work for the EP like long before it seems like you're doing the work. You know what I mean? Like now it's kind of coming together and coming out, but that kind of like stress was already, a couple months ago, right? So now we're really excited about that and everything, obviously, but now we're working towards a full-length album.
Yeah, I just talked to Steve McIntyre in the last episode we had out, and we were talking about the longevity of a song, like shelf life, how it's changed over the years, but and I said it on that episode as well, it's funny from my side, talking to people like yourselves, I know about it when you start the development, and I kind of keep an eye on stuff being released, but then it might be like a year or two later before someone's like, hey, did you ever hear WHYGO On the Line? This is a really good song. I think they're from Glasgow. I have.
You're like, I was there first.
Yeah. That's the whole goal of the podcast, is just so I can go around right first on comments everywhere.
Sure. Yeah. Perfect.
So I know that you guys said it's the first time playing in Halifax for the Augustus Pub show that's coming up, and there's a few different people on the bill. Customer service you guys will be playing with on your show in Glasgow.
Yeah.
And you had a couple different people on the bill that you just said in Amherst as well, I believe. Who were you?
So customer service was on that bill as well. Which, Matt, the singer, or the lead singer, I should say, I actually grew up with them.
Oh, okay, cool.
So yeah, it was kind of cool. And again, we weren't playing in bands growing up or anything, but then like both started our own thing and then ended up accidentally on the bill in Amherst.
Yeah.
And then got talking from that. We were like, do you want to come
cool.
play the weekend after? So that's how that ended up happening. And they're great band. It was like we caught some of one of their sets at Shoebox before, but it was the first time we actually got to like see all of it and be immersed in it and stuff. And they're awesome. They have a lot of energy and they make really great stuff. So
I'm a little jealous of some of their newer content they have online. That they've been doing a little tour vlog thing. I don't know if you guys got caught up in any of that when you were with them, but
I don't think we made any of the
it's
video.
It definitely struck a couple chords with me. It has like a 90s kind of like the home videos that bands used to release. It has that kind of vibe to it, but with the newer technology, it's so crystal clear. I was like, oh man,
They're also just super cool guys to hang around.
Oh
with.
yeah,
They hang around up
100%.
at the show.
Yeah, they have the similar vibe to you guys. Like I said, as somebody that grew up through the 90s, I kind of feel like I'm back there being around some of you guys.
Sure, yeah.
You can see the influences have actually like came back up through with
100%.
some of you guys. So it's cool from a fan point of view for sure. But it's also nice to see that it's not just me, that there's other people out there that are all digging that kind of vibe and looking for that for entertainment right now.
Yeah.
So in the next couple months, besides playing the shows and tweaking those songs, do you guys have any other little excursions planned or anything, or you're just going to be working on nailing the catalog you have and adding some new songs into it?
Pretty much that.
Yeah, we don't really do a whole lot else, man. It's pretty much full throttle whenever we got time. Maybe take like, some lazy Sundays of a few.
Which we feel bad about. Like we're like, shouldn't we be doing something? You know what I mean?
And you guys have the whole like band house lifestyle right now too, so it'd be a little like I know myself too, like doing the podcast. Like we took a couple days off and probably most people didn't notice because there's still content coming out.
Right.
And I feel like I'm taking time off, but because I'm sitting here with it all the time and I'm talking to people like yourselves, I just keep doing it.
Yeah.
And when you do take time off, you're like, oh, well, I suppose I could be doing another one.
Yeah, it's one of those things. It's like, it's not like you want to get away from it. You don't at all. You love it, but it's like you can't even if you tried. You know what I mean? Like we live together and stuff, and somebody will just be strumming a guitar or whatever, and you're like right back into, oh, we should try and write this or whatever, even if you didn't plan on doing anything that day. But it's good. I mean, it all just creates, more music and.
Oh, absolutely. That's the energy that you need when you're, especially starting off like yourselves. Like you need that vibe to get the kind of cohesiveness down, I guess, because it carries over into the songwriting and onto the stage. So I mean, it's important if you can do it. You guys are a little privileged to be able to do that. That's awesome. Sure. But I have heard of a couple other bands recently that seem to be doing that. So it's
the customer service guys. Same thing. Like they live together and they seem to be constantly, what can we do now? What can we, I think that's the way you have to do it when you're trying to prove yourself, right?
2024, it's going to be the East Coast DNA reality show. It's going to just be like webcams set up in a couple different band houses. And just talk all together.
That's actually we have,
our house and just taking clips of it all the time.
Oh yeah, that's
awesome. Constantly stupid. Or
even just for content, like just being idiots, like
you know what? Take that idea and run with it, because I swear, if you even did like 1 minute clips like a couple times a week, like. Yeah, it's incredible how much content you can come up with. So.
Yeah, for sure. Especially just
great idea.
Being around each other all the time, like constantly. We're like, oh, that should have been on video, but like whatever. But yeah, we probably, we'll probably look into stuff like that. But yeah, it's been music all the way lately. But.
And have you played outdoors yet? Because the Lobster Carnival stage will be outdoors, and so will the Giantstock one. So those are big crowds for you, and outdoors a couple different elements for you, so that's I was gonna say I could see it on you guys that you're excited too.
Yeah, like especially like you grow up and you see bands playing these awesome like outdoor shows and stuff like that, and you're like, I want it to rain.
I think it would be awesome if it was rain.
Like if it was terrible weather but people were still there.
Yeah, I know exactly.
I don't know, it just makes it feel so much better. Like, you want to be here for the music and stuff. But, yeah, no, that'll be really exciting. First time.
And is there, out of these bands that you are playing with, besides customer service, I suppose most of them are probably just new connections for you that you're meeting as you go along. Yeah. So you'll be meeting some new people and gaining some new fans as you go along. Feel free to send some of those bands our way.
Sure.
I know of a couple of the names, and I'm sure that you're going to run across some that we've already had on. But by all means, be happy to promote some of these other names. And actually, customer service is probably going to be a follow-up to this as well.
I was going to say, they're going to be here on the weekend.
Yeah.
You might as well try and...
Absolutely. No, it should be a great time. And how the tickets are selling well in advance, or there's still some available?
We haven't even checked in.
I haven't checked, honestly.
I put the link down in the comments so people could click on it. I just don't know if there's still tickets available or not. I didn't check before. I don't know. The link.
Yeah. We tend to do more at the door.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm. Like at Shoebox at least. But
I would suspect that Shoebox does a lot of at the door just because of the nature of our community, and people are going out and strolling along. Hey, we'll go here. But I do see a few shows that I've done it myself. I'm guilty. I'm like, oh yeah, I'll just stroll down, and then I get there. I'm like, oh, I can't come in. It's sold out. I didn't.
Yeah, we did that once. We got all like ready to go, and we got driven down there.
Yeah.
And stuff. We pre-drank for the event.
Yeah.
You get down there, we're like, oh,
what do we do now?
Yeah. We're all used to like things just reopening, and they're like, oh, well, there's always going to be room for me.
Yeah.
But it's nice to see that we're getting some packed houses.
I was
going
to say that's good though. Like you know.
Yeah, it's great for the bands, of course, but it's good for the venues, and if the venues and the bands are doing well, there's going to be more and more of it. So I mean,
well, and the truth is, like, we were just lazy and should have got tickets before.
Yeah,
so, like, if you want to go, you can.
That's why
buy tickets.
I never complain. I'm a little embarrassed sometimes. Like, I suppose I could have bought the ticket.
Yeah.
The worst part is that we told them we'd be there.
Yeah, it was a Stonehouse show. Actually, we were hanging out with Pat like the week before, and he was like, "You should get tickets." We're like, 100% we will, and we meant to. Obviously, like we did, and then forgot all about it, and we were like, "Oh, let's just head down." Nope.
At that point, we were like, God, we gotta message him.
Yeah, we did. We were like, so I'm sorry, man. Like,
I've kind of rolled my fear of missing out and that guilt feeling together, and realized if it's sold out, the artist doesn't really care that if I was there or not. The fact that I want it to go, they appreciate.
Yes.
And they sold out, so they don't care who was in the room.
Well, that's the same thing. We messaged him. He was like, all good.
Yeah.
It was a good night.
Yeah. No, that's awesome. So, do you have any other plans to do acoustic songs too? Like where you did strip down that one, or maybe have you tried doing the rest of the EP and acoustic versions?
I wouldn't say no. We haven't really tried everything, which is actually kind of exciting because maybe we can try it later. Right? Mm-hmm. But we do actually have one acoustic recording that you can find soon, I believe.
Yeah.
I don't think it's.
I'm sure we can talk about it.
I actually just don't know when it's.
Oh, I don't know either. But like when we went down, we saw you. We went down to the ECMA weekend and stuff, and we did one of the Shoebox like, acoustic demos and stuff.
Yeah.
And that song, beautiful song that Brady wrote, called Silk. But called Silk. It's not acoustic how we've been doing it. It's actually in our set this weekend. But it was written acoustically, and it's not on the EP, potentially on the album. But it's very nice acoustic, and we did that version of it. It won't be acoustic this weekend, but still that one.
Well, that's exciting. Those little Shoebox studio sessions that they do at the festivals are awesome. Like I know they always have them playing in the background down at the Catina, but it's really cool to have them out there. And a lot of similar bands to content that we have on here, but it diverges just enough that it's interesting to have it as kind of a parallel thing going on.
Yeah, for sure.
And so that'll be out in the probably near future. We'll keep an eye on that, but I know they have kind of a staggered release for them, so they're not like me just dumping it all over everybody else.
No, well, we don't even know. It was kind of like, thanks.
Oh, having the tap on all the time is nice to have content out there, but it doesn't necessarily everybody's attention because there's so much content that people could take
maybe if
in.
you withhold some stuff.
Yeah. No, I wouldn't say that that's a bad plan. I just keep panning them out anyway.
If you love to do it.
Yeah, exactly.
There you go.
So is there anything that you wanted to share with your fans out there that are watching this episode, or aside from going out and buying a ticket?
Yeah, that would be nice. That would be the first thing. That'd be nice. I don't know. What do you think?
I don't know. It's cool we have fans, huh?
Yeah, it's cool to say that, you know.
Yeah, it's kind of like...
outside of like our grandmother. And
yeah. Nobody really says you're fans to us.
Is the CD going to be available outside of the shows? Like, I know that you mentioned that it's kind of like an advance access if people go to the show this weekend.
Yeah.
But
we'll probably, for as long as they're here, we'll keep bringing them to shows. And, I mean, obviously, if you reach out, we'll probably sell you one. I don't think we'll make you wait for a show.
And what kind of numbers you're looking at? This is my old retail hat on for a minute. What kind of numbers do you have for your print? Like, do you have, like, a couple hundred copies? Or
100.
Yeah?
Yeah.
So definitely get out there and get an order. Because we had more than 100 people watch the last interview in the first, like, couple hours. So
yeah.
I'm sure you're going to sell 100 CDs.
I hope so.
Yeah.
It'd be nice, especially if, you know, people buy it and like it, then, you know, only sells more, I imagine. People telling other
And what are you selling them for? How much?
people. $10?
$10.
Yeah, $10.
Well, there you go. I'm definitely going to have to talk to you after this recording and get one of this little... It's nobody can see it on the camera on purpose.
Yeah.
That I'm kind of in the middle of reorganizing the apartment. But, I got a stash of autograph stuff behind me here, too. So I'll have to bring out my Sharpies.
Sure. Yeah, I'll practice out my signature. Yeah. They're not
Awesome.
too common these days, but yeah.
Well, I think if anybody is looking to hear more from you, the best bet is to go down there and get a ticket for Shoebox this weekend.
Yeah, that's a good idea.
Yeah, I think people might be hard-pressed to get your CD if they wait too long for one of the later shows, but we do have the few dates that have been announced listed here in the description as well, so maybe if there's a few left, somebody up in Halifax might be able to grab it at Gus's Pub.
Oh, for sure. We'll bring them around, and like John said, like if anybody does want one and they can't make it out to the show this weekend, which they better have a good reason.
Yeah.
But if you just message us on any of our social media, then
Perfect.
we can get you one.
And we'll have a link to your link tree down at the bottom too, so make it easy for everyone to find you.
Mm-hmm.
And I look forward to hearing the new album, so I'll keep an eye out for that acoustic performance coming out there too from Shoebox. Mm-hmm. And hopefully I can grab that CD from you.
Yeah, absolutely.
Great. All right, well, thank you guys.
Thank you.
And hopefully everybody has time to go catch the show this weekend. And if not, there's more shows listed below, and there's links to all the tickets.
Perfect.
All right, thanks a lot, guys.
Thank you.
Thank you.